Oh, yeah. Ha ha. What's up, everybody? Today we got a nice episode for you. You like these little diorama things? Well, today you're gonna learn how to make them. We got the Liberty Walk. That one's a little hard to see. This is the latest one. You see, I showed this in one of my last videos, and we got this one here with lights. So I'm going to show you how I did all this and how you can do it too. Stay tuned. All right, let's talk about some of the supplies you will likely need. Some things you can do without. But the most important piece is foam board. Now I've chosen to use this foam board with adhesive backing already on it. This was the last piece in the store today. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. Now there's other ways you can do this. You can get regular foam board and use like a spray adhesive, and if you just print on like regular paper and stick it on. But this is the way I've chosen to do it. After having made a few of these, I feel like it works best and definitely best quality. This foam board is very durable, so I like it. Now, I also use a big paper cutter like this to get nice straight lines. I don't do scissors. You'll definitely need some glue. I like to use glue guns. We got the corded one, and this one is a chargeable one. Turn on right there, bada bing. Now this one takes some thinner glue sticks, longer, and these ones are a little bit different, so just make sure you get the right sticks depending on what glue gun you got. Glue sticks don't cost much anything. Pick them up at Walmart, whatever. Very inexpensive. A ruler of some sort, definitely a must. I got this I guess you would call it a yardstick. It's metal. There could be issues with this as far as slippage with the blade, so be careful of the kind of straight edge you're using. I have cut myself once. It wasn't a good day, so be careful with that. And speaking of blades, gotta have a good blade. This is probably not a good blade, but I needed something in a hurry tonight, so I just grabbed this from Hobby Lobby as well. My other blade is just kind of dull, and that's what I got. There's other things you can use, a rotary, those ones with the discs. I haven't tried them yet, but that's that. What else? I also use some sticky tack type deal to stick the cars on the displays once I put them there, just so they don't move around, and I can move the box as if I need to, and not have to worry about the cars rolling around. This is a new product. I got PET plastic. This is basically plexiglass sheets, 12 by 12. It was about $15 for this. This is about $5. I got it for like $2 today because they couldn't find the price. Even though I told them it was $5, they still gave it to me for cheaper. So honesty is always the best policy. And this is the plexiglass sheet. That's what I had on that Porsche diorama there. It's got like a film on it. It's way more clear than this. It's so clear, in fact, you probably wouldn't even see me holding it. So this is a new thing I'm using, trying to basically just enclose and encase the displays. So that's not a must. Now, here is the second most important part, your artwork. So this is something that's pre-cut already. I've already cut this out. This is on a nice glossy cardstock. I get these printed at a shop. I've like today I printed about 4 or 5 PDFs worth, which I'll show you in a second. But it only cost me like $5 to get it really nice and quality and nice and bold. So I'll show you what I have here. Let's have a look at some of these. We got a little Fast and Furious one. Now these are not designed by me. These are mostly designed by a fellow named Ricardo Alvarado Martinez, and the group I always reference, the 164 Diecast and Dioramas. This is a Renault one that he did. And this is how they come. And I basically cut them out and do the thing. This isn't much, but this is one that's kind of like just like a fold. It's not so much enclosed, but it's still nice. We got a Falcon one that he did. And yeah, so, but what I'm really excited to show you is one that I designed myself today. Now I used the same dimensions as this is just the parking part of it. I believe Ricardo Martinez did this one. This was a parking one, but I wanted one that was the same dimensions as the other long parking structure, just so I could have some consistency and stacking them up and all that. But I used these as the dimensions, but the dimensions was the only thing that I copied. Everything else I designed myself. So this is the one side of it. I wanted to go with like a stone, something a little kind of classy. So I got like this stone image, and then I won't go into the nitty gritty details as to how I made these, but I used Adobe Illustrator, so it was a bit time consuming, but very enjoyable to make. I just cracked these bad boys, so we'll get a quick example of, I don't know why they're rolling. You're on the floor. I have no idea why you're rolling. That's why I use the sticky tack. But I digress. So this is one side. Using a print shop is definitely the way to go. It's just so bold. You just can't go wrong. This is the other side. And just little tidbits that I grabbed off the old internets. Now what I did was I found this DTM car, and so for the sides, I made it go like this so that when it goes on the side, well, you're gonna see when it's finished, but it'll look pretty cool. There's some nice little vintage posters on one side. So it's all really cut and paste this, but you gotta have vision. You gotta have some vision, and I'm really pleased with how this came out. For my first time designing something like this, I am super happy. So we're going to go ahead and put this together, and I'll just show you how I go about it, and we'll put it together. So let's get on to the cutting. I'll spare the gory details of cutting these out, but that's what we're going to do now. We're going to come out, and then we're going to put them on here. Okay, so quick tip when you're using a cutter like this that you can do is if you have like an extra phone or a light that's flat that can sit under this, you put it under here and the light will show and basically show through the paper, and you'll be able to see exactly where the edge is, so you can get the most precise cut. I didn't need to do that because I've been cutting so many that I just don't need to, but you can. It's a useful little trick. Okay, so now that we've got all the pieces cut, I like to lay them out on the board just to get an idea of where they're gonna go, and I'm probably going to pre-cut the board um, right around here, and just remove the liner, just so we can just have that out of the way. These end up going sideways because they're going to end up being sidewalls like that. So we lay them out. We already have a flat edge. Work with as many edges as we can that we already get. So we got an edge here. We'll start there nice and flush, and then we'll put these and it's gonna be good. Well, I'll tell you this: what a difference a fresh blade makes, because cutting this usually is kind of difficult with the adhesive, but it was very easy this time around. So as we start to put our first piece, you want to be very careful to get very much on the, you want to be as straight as possible, because if it's cockeyed, like, this is an exaggeration, but you know the issues you're gonna have when you start to fold it, because I don't cut the individual pieces and glue them together. You'll see how I cut it. It's more of a cut and fold, but you got to be very careful to keep everything straight. So I need both my hands for this, for precision. So we're going to stop here, and I'm going to put this piece down here. Okay, so the first piece is down, and there's no like peeling up. I mean, you could, if you mess up, you could peel it off, but it ain't going to be the same after that. So that's why you really want to get it right the first time. I had to clean my fingers. My grubby fingerprints were showing up on this nice red. So there we got the first piece down. It's nice and straight, nice and flush with the edges. So as a tip, when I'm about to see, I was about to put this down, which was the wrong answer. Wrong piece. When you're putting this down, right, I kind of put just the edge of it on there, and then I'll kind of lay it down once I realize this, as opposed to just going flat down. But the other thing you want to do is, instead of abutting, I like the word abutting, instead of going right up against your other piece, better to leave a small gap. I would say like maybe a 1/16 of an inch, if that, like right about there. That's plenty. Just enough so that when you fold it up, it doesn't start to bend the paper or anything like that. It's a nice clean crease, and you don't have any issues with your paper. So leave just a tiny gap. You're not even barely going to see it once you fold it, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. So we'll put this piece down. All right, so our second piece is down. The next time, this whole leaving a space thing only matters if you're going to fold. We're not folding this. Oh, get my toes in the shot. We're not folding this, so this can go right up against the edge. So this can go nice and flush. So we're going to put this piece down now. Okay, so all our pieces are down. And the next step we're going to do is cut all this excess off. This wasn't perfect, and this is my first design, and one thing I overlooked was the border lines of these shapes. Should have just had them plain red, but that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. I will live. But there you have it. It's ready to go, ready to get cut up a bit. So let's get on to the next step. Okay, the excess is cut. Now you got this thing. Just super durable, super nice, just very thick, just so well made. The foam board. Now here comes a little bit of a tricky part. Not too tricky, but what you need to do at this point, what I do is, because I don't cut separate pieces, we're going to do what I call a half cut. So we're going to need to cut this folding edge and that folding edge, and then this long folding edge. So, and it's not a through and through cut. You're only going like, I mean, just a teensy weensy weensy bit. You're not going deep at all. So let's go ahead and get those cuts in. Now, I try to be as thorough as possible in explaining this process only because of mistakes that I've made. But when cutting like something like from here to here, one thing I like to do is look exactly where the break is and then put like a small little cut right there. As you can see, even that's not even quite right. So I'll have to change that. I'll just make the cut a little bit to the right just so I know where exactly this is meeting here, because you could easily cut a little bit crooked and screw yourself. So yeah. Okay, so if you're making these cuts and you don't trust yourself, you can always make your blade a little bit shorter and kind of guarantee that you don't go too deep. So I'm going to try to show you what I do with only one hand. So here we have these cuts. They're super shallow, just enough to break the surface of one side. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it. As you can see, it starts to break, but not completely apart. So we're going to keep folding to about 90 degrees. Now, if you want to be super duper anal, you get yourself a square and you put it up against it when you're gluing them together. I'm not going that crazy. The angles kind of naturally form once you put the two sides up. But if you wanted to be, you could get like or maybe like a block or something and just make sure that they're straight. You could do that. I'm not doing that, but you could. I have done it with other projects. So that's it. As you can see, it's still attached. And now where the joint is, there's no folding of the paper. So it's good. All right, so there you have it. You just fold them up and you got yourself a nice little box. And it's still very much intact. It's not going to come apart. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to glue only two parts. I'm going to glue, I'm only going to glue two parts. I'm going to glue here, right here, and the other side. And all I'm doing is joining them together like that. This also makes for a clean, kind of seamless project, as opposed to like gluing it down here and then you get all the seepage. You don't have any of that when you do this, so you fold them up and then we're going to put a nice strip of glue down there. I don't know if I can trust this one right now because it's not charged. So, but my other one is a little problematic because the glue gets really hot and then it takes kind of a long time to dry. Nothing crazy, but you just got to be a little bit careful with that one. All right, got the first bit of glue down. I'd like to blow it. I need to dry it real fast. It is up. See, it's still hot. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. A complete little diorama, or whatever you want to call it. Little display for your cars. And there's what I was talking about, how we did that. Little clever little thing. So, there it is. Only thing left to do now is put some cars. There you have it, folks. And what's funny is I have exactly 10 Alfa Romeo cars. It's so perfect. We have the Julias. We have the Stradale. The Julia. These puppies. The DTMs. Fantastic. Very nice. So that's it. And ooh, almost broke it. And they don't move. They're stuck there. And that's it. There you have it. And as a bonus, because I love y'all so much, if you go to the Diecast 164 Diecast and Dioramas page, if you want this exact PDF, it's going to be available in the file section for only $39.99. No, I'm kidding. It's for free. Yep. So that's my plan to put it in the file section there, and then it'll be available to download as a PDF. And if you want to make this, you can make this. So hope you enjoyed the video, and keep the creativity flowing, y'all. All right. Well, see you later. Look. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Man. Woo-hoo. Oh, yeah. All right. Real quick, what we got going on here is we got these light strips. I can't remember how long it is. I think it's like 20 inches or something like that. But it's got adhesive already on it, but what I did was I stuck it to the adhesive part of the foam board, so it's extra adhesive. Well, the part that was very annoying was when I went to stick it on here, thinking the adhesive would just stick on, it actually wouldn't stick on. And I don't know if it's because of the finish or what. So we're going to have to actually hot glue that on there. And then I'm going to show you the finished product after. Because it was either going to be up direct on the ceiling facing down, or it was going to be showing here, like flooding it with light, which ends up looking way better. So we pretty much just stick it on here, and we'll stick it on there. It'll look better than, it'll look pretty clean. So, and then maybe I can even put some graphics on this part. We'll see. All right, so I very much like this little border here. It's just, I don't know, it's nice. So it's glued on there, and this is where the power comes out. Right there. I don't know. I don't see any reason to change anything right now. I think I went a little bit too far on this side. It's supposed to be flush here, but it's okay. No big deal. All right. Time for the piece de resistance. Let's go ahead and shut the lights. Let's go ahead and shut the light. Ready? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Ha ha. That is good. Good. That is good. Yeah. Oh, it's just so nice and bright. And you don't see the bulbs. That's what I like. You don't see any, it's just a nice flooding of light. Oh, that's fantastical. Very good. Let's see how it looks on the Alfa Romeo. Okay, so all I really had to do is, I got 4 of them. There's 4, there's 4 strips, so. But all I really had to do is just change which level was there. But, oh, wow. Yup. We are really doing it, folks. We are doing it. That's so, so awesome. I am very pleased. Get some plexiglass action going, and it's gonna be good. Wow. Wow. Man, I'm over here looking at my project, admiring my work. Look at this little, look at this little, what the is you doing there, mate? It didn't belong here. Now I got to kill you.